Yes, students, good morning. And now, whatever we had discussed in part 6 of the video lecture, that is based on hydrostatics, mechanical properties of fluids. Now, on the basis of that, today in this part, we are going to discuss certain numericals based on that. So, one numerical is in front of you. A U tube, this is a U tube, contains water and methylated spirit separated by Hg. This is Hg. Both are separated by this Hg, that is mercury. Hg colon in the two arms at the level 10 centimeter. Both are at the 10 centimeter of water in one arm. The Hg colon is at the level of 10 centimeter and 12.5 centimeter of a spirit in other. In other arm there is a spirit of 12.5 centimeter. What is the specific gravity of spirit? We have to find the specific gravity of spirit. So height of water column, I am supposing it as h1. So h1 is equal to what? H1 is equal to 10 centimeter, it is given. Now the density ρ1, that is equal to 10 gram per centimeter cube. Density of water it is given. Height of a spirit H2, height of a spirit it is given, that is equal to 12.5 centimeter, and we have to find the value of ρ2 is equal to what? Now look at here, students. The Hg colon is both the arms of the U tube are at the same level. Look at here, Hg colon, this level and this level is same level, and since the Hg colon in both the U tubes have the same level, so the pressure in both the arms will be same. So pressure exerted by water column is equal to pressure exerted by a spirit. And now students, what is the pressure exerted by water column? So we can say that P1 is equal to P2, and if P1 is equal to P2, then both the pressures rho g H1 is equal to rho g H2. So rho1 g H1 is equal to rho 2 g H2. Okay students, so obviously g to g cancel out, and the ratio rho1 upon rho2, that is equal to H2 upon H1, and all the values we are knowing. So rho1, that is equal to 10 gram per centimeter cube upon rho2 we have to find, and H2 it is given, that is equal to 12.5 centimeter, and H1 it is given that 10 centimeter, and on calculating it we will get rho2 is equal to 10 upon 12.5 into 10, that is equal to gram per centimeter cube, and on solving it we will get the value of H1 rho2, that is rho2 is equal to rho1, the value of rho1 is 1 gram per centimeter, 1 gram per centimeter cube, and on solving it 0.88, the value will come 0.8 gram per centimeter, 0.8 gram per centimeter cube. Okay, on dividing it you will get the value of 0.8 gram per centimeter cube. Now dear students, now moving on the next numerical. Yes students, now look at the next numerical, very good numerical. a tank with a square base. This is a tank and there is a square base. The base is of a square shape. Base area 1 meter square. The base area, it is given that 1 meter square is divided vertical portion in the middle. It is divided from the middle. The bottom of the partition has a small hinge door. The partition has a door, a small door with hinge of area 20 centimeter square. 20 centimeter square is the area of the door. The tank is filled with water in one compartment. In one compartment there is water and an acid of relative density 1.7 in the other compartment. Okay, both to a height of 4 centimeter. We had taken the height, that is 4 centimeter. Both are at the height of 4 centimeter. It is given in the question that it is a height of 4 centimeter. Compute the, you have to calculate the necessary force to keep the door closed. Whatever the force exerted by the water to keep the door closed. So look at the solution for this. So dear students, first of all, we have to find out what is given, that is height of water and acid. It is given 4 centimeter. You know, density of water and density of acid. So density of water you are knowing, 1 into 10 to the power 3 kg per meter cube, and density of relative density acid. Density of acid, it is given, and it is equal to 1.7 into 10 to the power 3 kg per meter per cube. Relative density is, it is given. Pressure exerted by water at the door. Pressure exerted by water at the door, and we have to calculate the pressure, that is P1 and P2. P1 is equal to what? Pressure exerted by rho WGH, and pressure exerted by speed. So first of all, it calculate it. So 4 is the height, 1 into 10 to the power 3 into 10. Here it is given that, in question given that G is equal to 9.8. So we will take 9.8. You can solve it by 10 also. So its value will be 39.2 into 10 to the power 39.2 into 10 to the power 3 Pascal. This is the value. Now another thing is, we have to calculate the pressure exerted by acid at the door. We have to calculate the pressure exerted by acid, and this we call the density of acid into G into H, and the density of acid is what? 1.7 at 4 into 1.7 into 10 to the power 3 into 9.8, and we will get the value of P2 as 66.64 into 10 to the power 3 Pascal. 66.64 into 10 to the power 3 Pascal. Now we will calculate the pressure difference. Pressure difference So pressure difference is what? P2 minus P1, and we will get the value what? 66.64 minus 39.2 into 10 to the power 3 Pascal, and on solving it we will get the value, that is pressure difference is equal to 27.44 into 27.44 into 10 to the power 3 Pascal. Now dear students, we had calculated the pressure difference at the bottom. pressure difference at the bottom due to two liquid layers. And as we had calculated the pressure difference, now the area is given as 20 centimeter square. 20 centimeter square means to say that 20 into 10 to the power minus 4 meter square. So force we have to calculate the force. So force experienced by the door due to pressure difference, that is equal to P2 minus P1 into delta A, and that P2 minus P1 is what? 27.44 into 10 to the power 3 into area, that is equal to 20 into 10 to the power minus 4 and Newton, and on solving it we will get it as 55 Newton. So the required force is of what? It is of the value of 55 Newton. So now dear students, moving on the next numerical which is based on this. Okay dear students, the next question in front of you. The lower end of a capillary tube is 2 millimeter of diameter, 2 millimeter. There is a capillary tube, this is a capillary tube, and its lower end has the diameter of 2 millimeter, is dipped 8 centimeter below the surface of the water, and it is dipped 8 centimeter below the surface of water. This height is 8 centimeter. It is given 8 centimeter below the surface of water in a beaker. What is the pressure required in the tube? What is the pressure required in the capillary tube in order to, this is the capillary tube students, in order to blow a hemispherical bubble at its end in water? So we have to blow a hemispherical bubble at the end of its tube in order to blow a hemispherical bubble at its end in water. Capillary tube ends, matlab here there is an hemispherical bubble. You have hemispherical bubble just like this, hemispherical bubble. Surface tension of water at the temperature of the experiment, it is given, ATM it is given. So first of all we have to height, it is given as height is equal to height, it is given 8 centimeter. So 8 centimeter means to say that what? 0.08 meter. Height it is given as 0.08 meter. Density it is given rho 10 to the power 3 kg per meter cube it is given, and G 9.8 meter per second square it is given. So we have to find out the external pressure, outside pressure, that is equal to atmospheric pressure plus rho WGH. Okay, and atmospheric pressure is what? 1.01 into 10 to the power 5 Pascal plus 10 to the power 3 kg per meter cube into 9.8 meter per second square. And another thing is H it is given as H we had calculated, H, that is equal to 0.08 meter. So on solving it we will get the value that is equal to P outside is equal to, on solving all these things, 1.01784 784 Pascal. This is the outside pressure we had calculated. Now we have to calculate the inside. This is outside pressure. Outside pressure it is given. That is the pressure which is exerting on the capillary tube from outside. Now we will calculate the inside pressure. And this inside pressure Pi, that Pi is equal to what? Inside pressure is equal to what? That is the outside pressure plus the surface 2s upon r. 2s upon r, inside pressure required in the tube in order to blow the hemispherical bubble. Inside pressure to blow hemispherical bubble. We have to blow the hemispherical pressure. So inside pressure which is required to blow the hemispherical bubble, that is outside pressure plus for the bubble the excess pressure, for the bubble the excess pressure is equal to 2s upon r. 2s upon r. So we have to calculate Pi minus, that is the excess pressure, that is 2s upon r we have to calculate. Okay, so outside pressure it is given, and inside pressure we have to find out. So inside pressure is equal to limit P outside plus 2s upon r, and P outside 1.01784 Pascal plus 2 into S. As it is given surface tension. Yes, surface tension it is given 7.3 into 10 to the power minus 2 Newton per meter, and radius it is given as diameter 2 millimeter, means 1 into 10 to the power minus 3, 1 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter. And on solving this we will get the value that is equal to 1.01784 plus, and on solving these things we will get the value 0.00146. 0.00146 and we had get the value here 10 to the power 5 into 10 to the power 5 Pascal. So taking into 10 to the power 5 Pascal. So it is equal to this much into 10 to the power 5 Pascal. And on solving it, on adding both the things, we will get the value 1.02 into 10 to 1.02 into 10 to the power 5 Pascal. This is the inside pressure, that is outside pressure plus excess pressure of the soap bubble, and excess pressure of the soap bubble we had calculated, and after that whatever the value P inside minus P outside, this is the value of excess pressure. So on subtracting this from this, you will get the value of the excess pressure. So this is now moving to the next numerical, students. Okay, dear students, look at here. In a glass capillary tube, there is a glass capillary tube. Water rises up to a height of 10 centimeter, and while mercury falls down, there are two tubes. Look at here. And this capillary tube is placed in water. This capillary tube is placed in water. In a glass capillary tube, water rises up to a height of 10 centimeter. Water rises up to a height of 10 centimeter. And mercury falls down below 5 centimeter. And in the same capillary tube, if there is a mercury is kept here, then mercury falls below from the surface. Mercury falls below 5 centimeter because convex meniscus, concave meniscus, and mercury has higher density, so it will fall down. Mg will be greater. So falls down by 5 in the if the angle of contact of Hg glass is 60 degree. Hg glass, this angle of contact is, this angle is given as 60 degree. This angle of contact, it is given as 60 degree, and water glass as 0 degree, and this angle is 0 degree. Then find out the ratio of surface tension. We have to find out, the very simple. We have to use the formula for capillary rise. So write the given things. For water, H1 is equal to 10 centimeter. For water, H1 is equal to 10 centimeter, and on converting it, it will be 0.01 meter. 10 centimeter to 0.1 meter. 0.1 meter, and rho 1 is equal to 10 to the power 3. Rho 1 is equal to 10 to the power 3 kg per meter cube. And another thing is theta is equal to 0 degree. It is given. And for mercury, for Hg, H2 is equal to what given? H2, it is given as 5 centimeter. So you can write it as 0.05 meter. Again, rho 2 it is not given. So rho 2 is equal to, for mercury, write rho 2 is equal to mercury rho Hg 13.6 into 10 to the power 3 kg per meter cube. This is the density of mercury. So rho 2 is equal to 13.6 into 10 to the power 3 kg per meter cube, and theta here it is given as 60 degree. So dear students, you know for the formula for capillary rise. So for capillary rise, you know that rho GH is equal to 2s cos theta upon r, and from here we have to calculate ratio of surface tension. So S is equal to rho GH into R, rho G upon 2 cos theta. Okay, so for water and for so S1 we have to calculate. So S1 is equal to rho, value of rho is given 10 to the power 3 into 9.8 into H, that is 0.1, and R, that is 2 R, radius it is given R2 GH 1 centimeter, and the value of R. So R to R radius cancel out, so write it as R. Okay, and upon 2 cos 0 degree, and similarly S2 is equal to 13.6 into 10 to the power 3 into 9.8 into 0.05 into R upon 2 cos 60 degree. Now we have to find the ratio, that is equal to S2 upon surface tension of Hg and water. So we have to calculate S2 upon S1, and as we are going to calculate S2 upon S1, so the value will be S2 rho 2 cos theta 1, H2 rho 2 cos theta 1 upon H1 rho 1 cos theta 2, cos theta 2, and on solving it putting the values and solving 13.6 is to 1, it will be the ratio of both the surface tensions, that is 13.6 is to 1. On solving this ratio we will get this value. So this is the concept behind this numerical. Now moving on the next numerical. Yes, dear students, look at the next numerical. Here it is given that if a drop of liquid, there is a big drop of liquid and it breaks into smaller drops. Smaller drops, since it is going to break down into a smaller drop, then obviously its surface area will decrease, and as you know that surface area is directly, so increase in surface area increases the surface energy, and decrease in surface area decreases the surface energy. So the area is going to be decreased and lowering the temperature, so the temperature will be lowered. Let a drop of radius capital R, this has the radius capital R, breaks into a small capital and droplets each of radius small r. These all have the radius small r. Estimate the lowering in temperature. We have to find out the value of with what value the temperature is being lowered. So look at here, the volume. So in breaking the in n smaller drops, volume of the liquid drop remains constant. Volume of the liquid drop remains constant. As the volume of the liquid drop remains constant, so 4 by 3 volume of the bigger drop, 4 by 3 pi r cube, that is equal to n into 4 by 3 pi small r cube. Okay student, so 4 by 3 cancel out, pi to pi cancel out, and from here we will get the relation r cube is equal to capital N r cube. Let it be here, and now we are going to further calculate the change in surface area. Change in surface area. Then what is the change in surface area? Surface area of the bigger drop, that is equal to 4 pi r square and minus n into 4 pi small r square, and this is equal to 4 pi r square minus n small r square minus small n r square. Now the energy released is what we have to calculate, the energy released. So energy released, and that energy released, what is the value of energy released? That is S into delta A. S into delta A, where S is the surface tension and A is the change in surface area. So it can be written as S into 4 pi r square minus nr square. Clear, student? This is the energy released when a bigger drop is going to be break down into smaller drops. So now we have to calculate the change in energy released. So this is the energy released, and this energy released is equal to this energy released is equal to m specific heat into delta theta. We have to find out the value of delta theta. So mass can be written as what? So both energy released is S into 4 pi r square minus nr square, and this is equal to mass. Mass can be written as what? Mass can be written as volume into density is equal to mass upon volume. So mass can be written as volume into density. The volume is what? Volume 4 by 3 pi r cube into rho. 4 by 3 pi r cube into rho. This is mass into S into delta theta. Now from here we will calculate the value of delta theta. So delta theta is equal to what? Delta theta is equal to S into 4 pi r square minus nr square upon 4 by 3 pi r cube into rho. And now pi to pi cancel, 4 to 4 cancel, and it is equal to 3s r square minus nr square upon rq into rho. Now look at here, students, rq into rho. So rq, okay, so 3s upon rho is equal to 1 upon r minus n r square upon r cube. Okay, now from here we can write it as nr cube. So we can write it as n r cube. So r cube is here and value of n we can put here. So delta theta is equal to 3s upon rho into 1 upon r minus r cube upon small r cube into r square upon r cube. And on solving this you will get delta theta is equal to 3s upon rho into 1 upon r minus 1 upon a small r. This is the value of theta. So good question, student. This is a good question, and you have to do, first of all we have calculated the volume relation, and from here change in energy released equal to this, and after that we had calculated the value of theta, that is energy released is equal to ms delta theta, and from here we had calculated the value of theta. Now moving on the next numerical, students. Yes, students, now just reverse of the previous question. In the previous question we had studied that if a bigger drop breaks into a smaller drops, then what is the amount of energy released. Now in this question, if a number of little droplets of water, each of radius small r, collies, they are going to combine to form a single drop of radius capital R, the energy released, then the energy is going to be increased, is converted into kinetic energy. Find out the velocity of the bigger drop. Then you have to find out the velocity of the bigger drop. So First of all, we will consider a small and drops coalesce to form a bigger drop of radius capital R. So now we have to calculate the we have to calculate the value of volume of a small and drops is equal to volume of bigger drop. Volume of bigger drop. Now volume of n, so we can write it as n into 4 by 3 pi r cube, that is equal to 4 by 3 pi capital R cube, and 4 by 3 to cancel out, pi to pi cancel out, and from here n r cube is equal to capital R cube. Let it remain over here. Now decrease in surface area. Decrease in surface area, or you can say that decrease, it is increase in surface area. Increase in surface, as bigger drops will combine, then the surface area is going to be increased, and due to the increase in surface area, the surface energy is going to be increased, and if the surface energy is going to be increased, then that energy is being converted into kinetic energy. So increase in surface area, so n 4 pi the small r square, that is surface area of smaller drops, is equal to 4 pi capital R square, and from here we can calculate it as 4 pi nr square minus capital R square, and from here we can find the value of dividing both side by r, so we can 4 pi r into n r square upon r minus r square upon small r. Okay students, so it will be equal to what? It will be equal to the value, no, look at here. Here there is one thing, we had got what? 4 pi nr square, the value of n value of n is what? Value of n r cube. Okay, so value of n we can put it as r cube minus a small r cube into r square minus r square. R squares to cancel out, and it will be equal to 4 pi r cube upon r minus r square. R cube upon r minus r square, and it can be written as 4 pi r cube upon r minus r cube upon r. We can write it like this, and taking r cube common, to 4 pi r cube 1 upon small r minus 1 upon capital R. Now the energy, so energy released, so energy released is equal to energy released, that is increase in surface area, into surface tension. Increase in surface area, increase in surface area into surface tension. And increase in surface area is what? Increase in surface area is 4 pi r cube 1 upon r, 1 upon a small r minus 1 upon capital R into surface tension is S. So 4 by 3 pi r cube, okay, so it can be written as 4 pi S r cube 1 upon r minus 1 upon capital R. This is the value of energy released. Now we have to calculate the mass of the bigger drop. Mass of bigger drop. So mass of the bigger drop we have to calculate, and for the mass of the bigger drop, that is volume into density. Since it is liquid drop, 4 by 3 pi r cube into 1. So this is the volume into density, and it is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. 4 by 3 pi r cube. So energy released we had calculated, and after that mass we have calculated. So we can replace in the energy. If it is given that energy 4 pi r cube, so energy E can be replaced as, look at here, if we multiply it 3, then it becomes 4 by 3 pi r cube, 4 by 3 pi r cube. So we have to divide it with r, and it is equal to 1 upon r minus 1 upon capital R. And now look at here, 4 by 3 pi r cube is related, 4 by 3 pi r cube is replaced by m, mass m. So 3m, 4 by 3 pi r cube, this is replaced by, this one is replaced by mass m. So it can be written as 3m upon r into 1 upon a small r minus 1 upon capital R. So this is the energy released in terms of mass. So now we have to calculate about the kinetic energy. Sorry students, we have to calculate about the kinetic energy. So kinetic energy half mv square kinetic energy is equal to what? Kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. Kinetic energy is equal to half mv square, and this kinetic energy is equal to energy released. So energy released we had got this value. So kinetic energy, so this value 3m upon r into 1 upon a small r minus 1 upon capital R, and this is equal to 1 by 2 mv square. M to m cancel out, and we can write it as v square is equal to 6, one thing is missing, I think, 4, the energy released is 4 by 3 s is missing here, s. So it is equal to 6 s upon r into 1 upon a small r minus 1 upon capital R. Or you can write it as v is equal to under root 6s upon r 1 upon a small r minus 1 upon capital R. So this is the value of velocity which can be attained by the bigger particle when these bigger particles collides with each other. So this is the numerical. So that's all for today's video, students. Now in the next video we are going to start with the hydrodynamics. Thank you students. Have a nice day.